Alrighty, it is time as we get back to 5 banners high, as it were. Our one campaign. With that, we find ourselves still in the midst of morning classes after the competition for um, Prom Monarch was announced, as well as that tomorrow they were going to be sent down into the caves first thing in the morning, possibly for an all day deal, as it is a herd of monsters seems to be pushing up from the bottom, threatening to come into and overtake the land. And thus our young nobles called upon to handle the situation. But for now, classes are proceeding. So I know Lies, we got stuff for you, with you.
Yes, so this morning Liz is in a study hall kind of class, library class, with Professor Cumbo Snoot Snoot. He is the dwarf that does like the histories and knows mostly about like the nations and kind of runs the library. And I think Liz is going to be trying to be researching on if she can find any advantages in the Hilltop and Armada relationship.
Okay. So advantages, what do you mean?
Like trying to be able to use something either to get the Armada to like join us, like helping Hilltop's, I guess, like claiming of the throne. So it's really going to be Liz trying to play politicalness over here. She's trying to dig on if she can either find any like dark secrets about Armada, that there might be like stuff that they don't want people to remember about them, or just anything like maybe who they used to work with or grew very close with back in the day. There's just any little thing she can find.
Okay, so this is where you're kind of like going through old records to find this out. Okay. Sounds like a plan. So hello then. We'll go ahead and do knowledge.
Okay. So this is not experiences, but I am going to use one of my warlock features of a favor, which will now give me a +3 to a check, because I'm going to use one of Matt's domains, the sphere of influence, for story and history and everything, anything to do with that type of stuff. So knowledge with a +3. That's going to be a 15 with hope.
Oh, very nice. 15. Begin to go ahead and researching Armada specifically, and think. And this was to ally with Hilltop?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, pouring through the books, you get Armada's idea of the sea, and as well as their let's say their general superiority, but ultimately, I would say the most you do find is that once they it's a religion that you start to get on. They're due to their formation as like a pirate state, they are continually um have very very different faiths, and often some that are hidden, and they tend to, I would say the biggest thing as far as like their issues with Hilltop tend to be those, like, Hilltops want to control all of that. And Hilltop has been spreading into island outposts. And so I think that what you do find is that there were, among the major families, all of them tended to be followers of the gods, though in their own ways, that Hilltop would go over. But specifically, two of the younger ones that are soon to be leadership, to eventually get baronies, are here at the school, and that they generally have been more curious about the main, what we'd call the mainline religion of the gods. And what you're finding here in the school records is on the services that are held at night, you see their names as being present. So what once was thought to be a dead end might have some hope for Hilltop.
I will take this knowledge and close the book, nod to the professor. Thank you for letting me use the library today. I'll be back for my studies tomorrow. And then scurries out of the room. I think with a devious smile on her face, we see.
Very cool.
For Ace's morning activity, he is going to try to sneak into the school records to steal the records of, to know the class schedule and the rooms of the 4 other students that have the same role as him.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Or at least he's going to attempt to do that.
Absolutely. So this is kept in one of the actually is maintained by Hilltop more. So that's where you'd be going into in the library. So go ahead and let's go ahead and start with a finesse, please.
All right. All right, finesse. And can I use my experience as a thief for this?
Yeah, that sounds good.
22 with fear.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna mark a stress to roll with hope instead because I have stealth expertise. I
Oh,
knew I
nice.
had something for it.
You're like, I have a thing.
Sorry, I was reading. I was like, didn't know where it was.
All right, you roll with your hope. Very good. In that case,
Also, whenever I'm hidden, I become cloaked. So, in addition to the hidden condition, while cloaked, I remain unseen if I'm stationary. When anything moves to where it would normally be able to see me.
okay.
It seems more like a combat ability, though, so never mind on that. After reading it, like the rest of it, it seems more just like something that's.
We get the idea that that people come in, you're not having to like actively hide.
Yes.
You are hidden and you're moving around. All right, the type of mode here. Sounds good. In that case, so indeed, you're able to find. So going, first of all, you push across several books, and you are able to find a locked room that has this soft white glow. Within, you can see several things on the school records. Cannot see what's written in them, and even getting, like, as you stare at it, your vision kind of goes blurry, like you can't look through the windows more than half a second due to what seems to be some type of magical enchantment. It does seem to be locked, but you're fairly sure this would be where something like this would have to be kept, as it's people are appointed in secret, and therefore it would be a type of magical record that would have to be kept.
Interesting.
The lock itself, when you look at it, looks like it takes 5 keys to open. There's 5 holes.
And I'm guessing it's a magical lock.
Is that what you want to try to understand? You can tell it's magically sealed.
I do want to be able. That's more just mechanically because I have advantage on picking non-magical locks.
I see. So I'd say looking, you don't think the lock itself is magical?
Then can I try to pick them?
Certainly. So this would have to be, well, yeah, so we'll see. So go ahead and I think that's Venetia.
Cool. Again, gonna use my experience as a thief for this. Uh, 24 with hope.
Jeez, 24 with hope. All right, so you're gonna hope as you reach in, and you're able to do the first of the 5 locks. Now you can go for your second.
All right. Oops. 25 with hope.
Very good. You can go for your third.
21 with fear.
21 with fear. Okay, so I'll mark my fear. All right. Go to the third lock, and while it clicks open, there is a rustling in the back, and you hear somebody in the room coming generally towards this area, searching and looking around. You're not alone anymore. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to just keep unlocking them.
Okay.
Honestly. And then Oh dang, that was a 10 with fear.
10 with fear. Okay. So in that case, this time the lock like it's a large it slips from your lock picks and there's a large clang. And as that occurs, I will spend 2 fear and all 5 locks reset.
Dang.
I mean, no.
It's okay if this changes nothing, but I did realize I did not add the advantage, which would have made it 16. Still with fear, though.
Okay, 16 would have failed.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, it was
No.
it's a 20 actually is what we were. So
Cool.
you were killing it, but and in addition, this individual starts to kind of hearing that quickly comes over.
At least I know where they are. Ace is just gonna sigh and try to flee.
Okay. So you are cloaked here, and let's do this over here. This will work out. You begin to flee, and you hear them go, "Who's there?" And there is a smell of sulfur that fills the air. Now give me another finesse roll to try to get out of here.
All right. 15 with fear.
Okay.
Oh wait, I will mark a stress to make that with hope.
Okay, so mark your hope. Okay. As you begin to run, and kind of keeping your head down, trying to keep your identity hidden here, there begin to hear. This would be padding, like many more feet. 2 feet, 4 feet, 12 feet, 20 feet. Kind of seem to be following you. And success, you're able to leap out of this place and jumping out from like out of side window and following you. You see these red dogs, and as drool comes off of their mouths, they drip down and acid splashes and burns the paved road.
Puppies?
Sorry, these on the road with me.
Yeah, they've kind of
Okay.
come out and immediately they howl. Ooh! Horrible. Just a second. And I'm marking a stress and spending a little bit more fear.
You get way too excited when you say that.
And this howl like brings you absolute horror. You feel your heart rate increase, and you will lose a hope.
That was my only hope.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right.
No, that's only if you only had one health.
You'll see them here. What would you like to do?
He's just gonna yell, "Don't move," and cast Shadowbind on all of them.
Perfect. Roll it.
17 with fear.
All right, we'll mark that fear. And describe what it looks like.
For Ace, it's how, like, they just physically look like they can't move anymore. Like all of their muscles, like all the muscles in their bodies tense up.
Awesome. They hold up. In which case, since you rode with fear, they would get to go, and they will howl again. And you're not able to lose hope. 'Cause you
I
have
have
no
not.
hope.
I have no hope.
Then mark 2 stress.
All right.
Can you have a heart attack in this game?
Yes.
Curious.
And you hear some voices like of campus security and whatnot. Kind of, what? Who's that? And then you see and you hear the whistles that they blow in order to signal each other.
Yeah, I'm running into the nearest body of water and just diving into it.
Okay, so let's
Go to the map.
nearest body of water. Okay, so we were up
At the
at
library.
So,
I would like to go to the one that's
You're
a bit lower by the cauldron, the copper cauldron.
okay,
Like
so
to the left of that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're trying
But
to
not
run-
like the big one on the left, not the big one to the north.
Okay, so the one like that's right before the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, in that case, yeah, they're going to be going. So we will definitely need some finesse.
All right. 21 with fear.
Okay.
You don't give me more fear.
I'm trying.
Okay. So you dive in as the guards begin to kind of look, and I will mark a fear or take a fear. As you dive in, you kind of see below you. There is a Galapa Armada student who seems to have been doing something here, but sees you just rash in, can see kind of the guards. You're hidden from the guards, but you've come into right on top of them.
All right. Under the water, I'm gonna try to just like put my finger to my lips so you can to like signify shush.
Okay. Give me a presence.
All right. That is sorry, I rolled real dice this time, so math is harder. 8 plus 11 is 19 plus 3, 21.
Jeez, very good. So they look at you, nod. And with that, a bit of time goes by. The guards spread out. And you can hear chimes of alarm. But eventually it all passes. So with this, I'm going to say this is the end of the afternoon for everybody else. It was just, or sorry, morning. As y'all should have been kind of headed towards lunch, when these warning bells ring across the campus that usually mean an attack of some type on the grounds itself. Those of the higher class are meant to usually come and help, while those of the two lower are usually meant to go to the barracks where it's a bit safer. That being said, what do all of you do?
Quick question. Would there be like a vent at the end of that lake I could just go through?
There may be. I think I wanted to just kind of get this piece of the story, since some of this is happening more at the same time.
Cool.
See, now that's what Lies was curious. Leaving the library where this was all taking place, what has she noticed?
Indeed. It's like, this is what I need. I'm like, we need to get back to what's happening. So I think, you know what, Lies, what do you feel like you've noticed? I'll give that
So
to you.
I think she might have seen Ace probably run by. No, and not knowing exactly what, but she's been around him enough to recognize that, where she just starts trailing to see what happens. Not like anything particular, but just wants to keep an eye on things for now.
Gotcha.
Question. Is this the sort of alarm, because we've established that Ace gets in trouble a lot. He gets in school fights and he's always getting sent to detention. Is this the sort of alarm that goes with Ace's typical behavior, or is this like a different kind of alarm?
No, this is like, be careful. Some of you might die if you don't. Like, this is a big deal. This is an alarm you kind of heard probably at like orientation, but never since then.
I do believe Nayland would be trying to go to where the crust or like the upperclassmen are meant to report.
Okay. So you're trying to kind of join, going one class above.
Yes.
Try to join that. Very cool. That's where you're headed. And then Lies, help me out, because I didn't feel like I fully got a picture of what you were doing.
So, as she was leaving the library, I think that's right probably around the time that Ace was doing this and exiting, and she probably just saw him run by her, like not like run by, but like, you know, because she does have a pretty good instinct. I mean, I can roll an instinct if you want.
No, you're fine.
Okay, yeah. So I think she saw that, and she's going to follow him to a point where she feels like it's safe enough to send him a message, because she can contact each member of the group through the Blue Rose thing they have. So I am going to end up rolling an instinct roll to see if I can do that.
Okay.
Would you like that now?
Yes.
Okay. So that is, ooh, that's going to be with a hope, but I rolled a 7, and that doesn't complete what I get. So.
Okay, so as a fail. Right. So unfortunately, you kind of go, you're not able to quite contact as the bells are ringing. And as people are getting their places, what's Peridot and Kelly doing?
No.
I think Peridot would still be writing lines, but she really wants to get out of here. So I think she would try to like write them extra fast and then see if she could sneak out.
Well, the bells go, you could go, but you're like, I want to get my lines done.
Well, I feel like the professor wouldn't let me leave. Because I'm in a quote unquote safe space.
I get what you're saying, yeah, because the
professor.
tension would be more. You're just like, oh, because you want to go, so you're trying to sneak out. Yeah, we'll do a finesse to see if you can accurately get the lines done really fast.
The 16 with fear.
Ooh. Thank you. And with that, Zixing, you are able to successfully finish the lines as they run and go, you should just stay here. And already you're kind of gone and go, kind of shake their head. Where are you trying to head to?
I'm gonna like come out of the building and kind of like look back and forth and see what's going on. What's the commotion? I hear the bells ringing. There's danger afoot. Where is it?
Okay. And then what's Kelly doing?
Kelly probably had made it to the lunch area, and when the bell went off, and because of that, it's not exactly the best idea to go to her dorm. So she would still be there at that cafeteria area, and the lady who works there, the Simeon, is probably aware of her and would have probably allowed her, a place to sit there. And Kelly will go ahead and begin eating. She'd been looking forward to like meeting up with her friends and everything, and now realizes that she's kind of going to have to be isolated again, and she's heightening her senses to try and listening for things because she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know if we're being attacked, and she wants to hear if anyone is getting close to the cafeteria. So she's like, even though she's eating, her senses are completely attuned to her environment. As she's listening in, and in trying to kind of tone out the Simeon lady, who's probably just trying to be nice and offer some company, but she's basically waiting for the bell to end so that she can see her friends.
Okay. So Giselle Holmes trying to keep you somewhat some type of company there.
Do I need to roll for?
What are you trying to make happen?
Well, I'm just trying to be completely in tune to my environment. So using my senses, which I guess is instinct.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah.
And if so, I will add my new eyes, hope, and roll that. That is a 22 with hope.
22 with hope. Okay. You take a breath. You can try to just be aware of surroundings here.
Yeah, she wants to know if anybody is getting close to here, so she is prepared to fight them if need be, because she's like, a little vulnerable here and doesn't like that, and so she's got her cane ready for fighting. And
yeah, you begin to realize your cane is a little damaged, and as you're just kind of your senses, you just feel that things are just a little disheveled. Like bits of your clothes are torn.
as if this just recently happened.
At some point this morning, this must have happened, and you just didn't quite notice it. You don't think it happened just now?
Yeah, Kelly is like furious because she put on her Letterman jacket. She got her uniform on. She was feeling like her old self again, and now thinks people are playing pranks on her. And It's
Specifically, a bit of the Letterman jacket has been like ripped or torn.
Oh yeah, that's a very valued item of hers. So she is like devastated now and feels like a complete idiot. And she's angry. So she's now her cane is also her weapon, just so you know. So yeah, so she is like looking very angry and like very much is just wanting someone to come in and try something.
Okay. So they're steady yet. It doesn't seem like anything comes.
Okay.
But back outside, specifically Peridot and Nayland, you've run over to these essentially like hellhounds. And some guards have arrived. You see some of the students have gathered. Some have been sent back to get different weapons. They all have like a sidearm all the time here. As a few are kind of beginning what looks like there is going to be what they want to try to accomplish here. What do the two of you want to do?
Nayland is trying to be inconspicuous. Maybe she, in the commotion while reporting to this area, maybe picked up a fallen hat or something, is trying to just blend in with the crowd and listen for what they're saying, the disturbances, and any leads that they already have.
Okay, perfect. Go give me instinct.
"21 with fear."
Blue Rose, my goodness, Blue Rose. My fear factory. Absolutely, you there. And you see the guards all about, and they are kind of talking back and forth. So like, quick, arm yourself, move over there. And as going, how'd this get on? And we hear one person here from House Polaris saying, I don't know, I just saw someone run by with a cane. And right. And they're going, all right, students, talking to like the lead ones. You take care of this. We need to decide who let this foul thing on the grounds. The head of the class goes, of course, sir, we will take care of it, and smiles and gleams their teeth.
Kid with a cane makes Nayland think they must be talking about Kelly. But Polaris should know Kelly because she's their rep for School Monarch or whatever it's called. So to say someone with a cane is suspicious to her if they're from Polaris. So she's trying to figure out if that student who reported it is actually from Polaris or is another house pretending to be Polaris.
Okay. Let's get another thing here. Go ahead and let's do another instinct.
May I spend a hope to apply empath as I'm trying to interpret their demeanor?
Sure.
"20 with hope."
Okay. So investigating, kind of look at the student who's talking. You do see a young human. Must you'd think be at least in the first year's class. and kind of looking for signs they whether they talk. I would say looks like something's not just quite not right, as though they don't quite know the proper lingo as far as you've been able to get it. They've been very well trained, but it's like the last syllable pronunciations that are just so slightly off.
Oh my god, they were so loud that time. Interesting. Okay. I would like to head in the direction that student told these like guards or officers or whoever that the person with the cane ran to.
Okay. Got it. So you start in that direction, and then Peridot.
So, am I correct in that these hellhound creatures are like the things that we're all supposed to be like wary of?
Yes.
Okay. So there are other students there, whatnot. I think what Peridot is going to do is that she's going to kind of like slip into the group of students that's going to be like fighting this thing, because she's I don't think based on like the directional of like where we came into the group, because I think I would have been coming from the lecture hall and Nayland would have been coming from the other side of campus, right? We wouldn't have like with where Peridot was thinking, she wouldn't have seen Nayland.
Okay.
In the crowd. So I think in what's happening, she wants to be able to like help everybody who are fighting this thing. So she's gonna be like in the thick of it.
Very cool. So in that case, you can go ahead and make an attack, I think.
It's a 10 with fear.
Okay. Very good. So that does miss. And a few people are here, and so as they are attacking, one of the hounds jumps up and tries to take a bite out of you for 19.
My hits.
Okay. And that is for 7 physical damage.
That is only a minor.
Okay. And with that, it is. I'm also going to mark a fear, and it will howl. And actually, no, I don't mark a fear. Yeah, mark a fear. You go ahead and lose a hope, Peridot.
Gasp.
It should be Nayland too.
Ooh.
It goes in and stirs you to your bone. Things are kind of going out of control here. Then whoever would like to do a thing? Oh, Ace, you were trying to look for a vent or something.
Yes. Basically, I want to see if I can get to my little like clubhouse he made through the water.
Absolutely. Give me an instinct.
Cool. Instinct. That is 16.
16 with hope. Particularly the cloudy water, you find some of the tunnels that connect the various places around here, and you begin swimming towards your watery hideaway.
How far is Lies from the Hellhound scene?
I think you'd be far.
Okay, I am going to move closer then.
Okay. Start running up. So you see Nayland, who seems to be headed here towards the dormitories. That's where, like, the instructions seem to have been told the guards where to go.
Nayland, what's going on?
Crazy sirens, hold on.
That sounds like the bell going on in the background.
Literally. She looks kind of flustered. She'll whip off that hat that she's been using to cover herself, toss it on the floor. I think Kelly's being framed. There's some
What?
hounds attacking campus, and some kid pretending to be from Polaris tried to tell the guards that they saw a suspicious person running away with a cane. If they're from Polaris, they should know Kelly. So if they don't know Kelly, they're lying, or they're not from Polaris, or both. I don't know. Have you seen her?
I have not. I could try to contact her. I know it didn't work earlier with Ace.
The kid pointed to the dorms. I'm gonna head that way. Maybe try figuring out where she is.
Okay.
You could come with me or go to the hounds. I don't know. Have you seen the others? I haven't seen Ace or Peridot either.
No. Why? I saw Ace run off somewhere, but then he got towards the water and disappeared.
Shit.
Liz is going to try to contact Kelly again, but this time she is going to turn to a camera that Nayland doesn't see and go, "You're going to help me out here. I'm really stressed." And use one of her favors. So, that is going to... Okay, and then I'm also spending a hope to give me a +2 for my Blue Rose connection. So here we go. Instinct roll. Yeah. This better not fail. That's a 16 with hope this time.
Okay. Like your hope.
Kelly, are you okay? Where are you? Are you okay?
Is this a link where I can talk, or is it like a sending where I can only say one thing back?
It says you can mark an instinct roll, make an instinct speak with others of your ancestry across any distance.
Okay. So I say back and forth. That sounds...
Like I kind of open a connection with you.
So Kelly, being aware that the lunch lady is nearby, she's going to say to the lunch lady, "I'm just going to pace a minute. So much stress." And she stands up and moves further away from her so she can respond, and moves herself. She's still in view of the lunch lady, but she's got her back to her now, and she says to Lies, thank God, I'm in the cafeteria. It's just me here, and I think somebody cut up my Letterman jacket. They've like cut my uniform and I guess hurt my cane. I don't know what's going on, but I've been here since the bell went off. Just me and the lunch lady.
Stay there. Nayland thinks you're being framed or something. I'm on my way. And that Lila starts running towards the cafeteria now.
Okay. So a good distance, kind of again against the thing. It's kind of the main pull of everybody. And whoever would like to go.
I don't know that Naylin waited for an answer from Lies. I think she would have kept running to. Oh my god! I'm trying to sneak into Kelly's room in the Polaris dorms.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, I like it. So, go ahead and give me finesse. Because in particular, there are people wandering in, but each have this little magic token that flashes them through. You realize you're going to have to time your entry in order to go live through with one of them without being noticed.
Excellent. Rolling finesse. 14 with hope.
14 with hope. In kind of the craziness you're able to get in, mark your hope. I will say you kind of probably know where Kelly's room is. And Kelly, would you like to describe your room?
So yeah, and I know that Nayland's been there before, based on what was kind of said with character connections. So you kind of would see, well, if it looks like it usually does, I should say that it's usually very, very clean. The bed is always made. Everything has a very specific spot, so that she knows exactly where it is. And because she navigates this room all the time, it's one of the few places she can go without her cane and know how to get around. So everything literally just has a very specific spot. Her closet has the clothes all hanging up, and they have the patches inside of the sleeve or under the hem of the skirt for different patterns and types of wear that Peridot helped her put together so that she can always kind of coordinate her outfits. And it smells very nice when you come in. She always has like scented candles and things that she'll use. And yeah, it's just a very nice, well put together room. And you would notice this is like one of those rooms where you would know if someone has been in here.
Upon seeing Kelly not here, may I look around to see if I think somebody else has been through?
Yeah. It's going to be instinct.
13 with hope.
Okay. You have been here before, and looking around, you can see to your eyes where there's been just where I would say people have walked in places that Kelly usually doesn't walk. Just because she's in her room, she knows like precise pathways. Some of it is worn down slightly, and you can see kind of where someone has gone outside of those pathways.
Okay, this is nightmare fuel. Being blind in a room and someone's like walking around in there. Check under the bed, Dalen.
Specifically, you can see that there is some that's been gone to her desk.
Gotcha. Okay, I do have more questions, but I think I've done 2 rolls. So if anybody else wants to, or should I continue?
So the group.
I'm I'm kind of curious what's going on at that moment, to be honest with you.
Peridot wants to beat up the mean doggies.
All right, Peridot. Let's go.
She's gonna try again. Good. This time it's 20 with hope. Ugh.
It was 20.
20 with hope.
Nice. All right. What do you do? Describe this.
So Peridot now has these magical glowing rings that kind of like tap into the magic of this world and everything, and it kind of like takes the image of like what she envisions, and it like she kind of like summons this giant magical sewing needle as she just like sends it straight into one of the hellhounds.
Nice. Roll the damage.
21.
Ooh, 21. That is major. As it goes deep into one of the dogs, you're taking down a few dogs with you. Say yip and yelp. And I am going to spend a fear to go ahead and activate it.
Ooh.
And it will go ahead and yell. Oh, sorry, try to bite you back for a natural 20.
No.
But you can't be going against your instinct and attacking cute puppies.
So that will be 29 damage.
I'm gonna take some armor to make it less HP painful.
So is that severe to major?
Actually, it's from major to minor. And
Oh,
I
wow.
don't wanna... Yeah, my severe threshold is 36.
Woo. Very nice.
Yeah, but I still don't want to take damage. So there's that too.
Got it. So for that, yeah, they rip into your armor, taking off a piece, and just in their fangs run down.
These robes are new.
Next.
I think, well, Kelly, like I said, she was so in tune to her environment, so she would know the moment she starts hearing Liza's footsteps, unless Liza's trying to be sneaky for some reason.
Nope, she took off running.
Yeah, so the moment she like hears Liz, she like cocks her head in that direction, looks very anxious, but is going to wait right there until you kind of get to her. And as soon as you get within like speaking range, she just kind of throws her arms around you in a hug and says, "Is everybody else okay?"
I don't think so. Come with me. Take my hand. You trust me, right?
Of course, I trust
Perfect. Liz is going to try to use her new ability called Spectral Mist. I make a spellcasting roll on 13. On a success, spend a hope to create an eerie mist that gathers around you and then any targets within close range. All affected creatures can become momentarily incorporeal, allowing them to move through a solid wall. This effect lasts until you have passed through the wall successfully.
Nice.
So, I'm going to... That's going to be a 21 with hope.
Okay, mark your hope.
So, I take Kelly, you watch us as we turn ghostly and become this eerie dark mist. And I go, well, you can't see it really, but you feel us almost like walk right through a wall. And I think I'm start taking you towards the battlefield. Knowing Peridot might be, we haven't heard from her yet. So.
Yeah, and I think, so I imagine passing through the wall, she probably feels like the change in air the moment it happens. So like the wind would pick up if we head outside, and it's like she can just feel the wind against her now, and she'll basically say, wait, why are we going outside? Aren't we being attacked?
Yeah, and I think Peridot might be dealing with it. I don't know. We haven't heard
Oh.
from her. I've
Peridot's
saw
in
Neil in
trouble?
days. Maybe.
Oh God. Okay. Take me to her. And she just kind of is going to rely on you to navigate her, because one thing that I want to say right up front is, if you heard the description of Kelly doesn't run anywhere. So if somebody said Kelly was running, it sounds completely out of character. She never runs.
I grab you and I start heading that direction.
For Ace, what he's gonna do is at his little area that he built, he probably would have a change of clothes and a towel. Like, we've been here long enough that he would have planned that as an escape route.
Absolutely.
So he's just gonna dry himself off, change, and then try to. Honestly, he doesn't feel very stressed about the situation. He's just gonna casually head back towards everything's going on. So, and he's not in like a rush to go back there, but he is heading back towards the library.
Okay. So kind of your different thing of clothes, going hoo hoo hoo, making your way back. I think we probably go to Nayland's scene.
Suspecting Kelly is being framed for something, I would like to check the desk for something there that I don't think should be there. Were there to be a locked drawer or something like that, I am prepared to pick it.
Kelly, is there a locked drawer?
No, I think she would find that really complicated. Like, if the door is locked, then if somebody breaks through the front door, then they're probably going to break through the desk. So she would not see the point in having a locked desk, no, because she's not sharing the room.
Okay, so begin to open it and kind of trifle through. And yeah, we'll do instinct.
Yes, sir. 16 with fear.
Okay. You open the desk, and in the drawer you see this symbol in this type of powder that's covered. I say spend a fear. It suddenly burns, seemingly activating. And I will need a presence reaction.
Oh no. Okay. An 8.
Okay. Has hits you, and you can describe how this happens. You are convinced, because you've seen Kelly do things that would summon demonic hounds.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm convinced that Kelly summoned the hounds.
Yeah, because you now have memories of her doing it.
Gotcha.
For doing things that would lead you to believe. More like you've seen her possibly with specifically some parchment that happens to be in this drawer, as well as a bit of various powders for summoning.
Shit. I mean, it does make a lot of sense. Kelly has been really into acquiring knowledge ever since we've come first to, Kryn. Super into magic and trying to figure it out. And then she got here and she got really close with that alchemist, engineer, teacher lady. Of course she'd know how to do this. But why? If anything, I know that this is going to get her in trouble with the school. So I think I'm going to take the supplies and make it look like they were never here.
That makes perfect sense. All right. Now, I will do this. The door opens behind you as the guards who were told to come this way arrive. I will let you see if you do something. It's kind of like, so doors actively opening. What do you do?
Oh boy, will attempt to run away out a window if I can.
So I'd assume the windows are shut. How do you want to
Yeah.
do it? I'll give the full vision of how this is going to happen.
So her thought would be to just get out. If she can lift the window and get out, that would be fine, and she'll leave it open behind her.
Okay, so doors actively opening. Your idea is to run to the window, lift it up, and just jump out as quickly as you can.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So I'll make you choose your role. If it's the escaping, that's the important thing. You can do agility. If it's your identity, I need a finesse.
Got it. I'm gonna say it is the escaping. That is her priority.
Okay.
And I, in one of my 2 experiences that I reworked for this setting, I have one called Never Skip Leg Day. May I add it?
Yes.
Okay. $22 with hope.
Okay. With that, you run and they go, where? They kind of see you move out of the window. You're not sure how much they've seen or not seen as you leap out and push yourself to the bushes as quickly as you can. Fast like the wind.
Great.
So I imagine we might be going back to Peridot and the dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat him up. This mean hellhound. A 19. Oh wait, no, it's a critical success,
Woohoo!
which means when I get a critical success, where did it go? Oh wait, no, I have no allies who can see or hear me. Never mind.
Oh.
I took this thing for like it's called Rousing Strike. I get to heal people like around me when I get a critical success, and it's all allies, so everybody near me, like that are I consider my allies.
So you have different classmates here. They've been striking the dark with you. I've been
Okay.
mentioning their HP. I mean, I've been things have been happening. So
Yeah.
they're getting hit. You hit your crit. What's it look like for your healing?
So when Peridot goes to strike, this like kind of like bursting wave of magical energy kind of like ripples out, kind of like sound waves almost, and as it hits through all like everybody, some of like their injuries just seem to like knit together because the magical blast of it was just so strong.
Nice.
Can
Peridot.
you per short rest, blah, blah, 1 hit points, yeah. So then the damage. I rolled 19.
19. How do you want to do this?
So the magical sewing needle cuts through one of the hellhounds and into another in this kind of like arcing motion. Whoosh!
I love it. And with that, the hounds fall. And there's this rousing hurrah! Huzzah! And they look, and some people seem to a few start to yell, Peridot, the best knitter of the school! As they look at their wounds and nod. I have a little bit of a countdown here. You can mark this, getting a one more countdown die on achieving popularity for your position.
Oh.
For the prom court. All right. Nalen's kind of made her way away.
I believe she would be heading to the whatever it's called, the place where we kind of have our little team powwows.
Yep.
Fur vault.
Yeah, the fur vault.
Then Liz and Kelly.
We were making our way towards the commotion, so.
Okay. So you're coming in and you were able to witness the mighty blow from Peridot. What do you want to do?
I think Peridot's okay. Kelly, should we find Nalen or?
I mean, do we go to the cafeteria?
I mean, it's lunchtime. Have you ate yet?
Ask Kelly if they'd eaten.
Have you eaten yet?
Oh, yeah, actually, I already did, but it was just me in there.
Well, I still don't have to really eat any food, so.
Well,
Nalen seemed really worried about you earlier. She says that she thinks you're being framed.
where is she?
I don't know. I can try to reach out to her like I did you.
Good. Yeah, do that. And I'll let's see. I will yeah. I will go ahead and give you a hope.
Perfect. I will use that hope to add an experience to the Blue Rose connection. That's gonna be a 16 with hope. Nayland, you feel this vine come around your hand, and you watch a little blue rose bud on the palm of your hand, and you feel Vi's enter your head. Hey, where are you? I got Kelly. We're outside the cafeteria. Perido's okay, I think. She killed the dog.
Shit. I'm at the vault, obviously.
Okay. Me and Kelly will head that way. I think Perido's being... Yeah, she's being cheered right now. Definitely. I think they're picking her... they're putting her on their shoulders. Oh, they're throwing her in there now. Oh, she's popular.
Good for her. I still haven't seen Ace, though. Have you?
Not since he dove into the water, I think.
Probably at his little cave. All right, meet me here.
All right.
And bring Kelly. I have questions.
Okay. And then I will take Kelly and head that way. Try to see if they spot Ace on the way, or Perido.
Yeah, you guys probably would. And Ace looks awful. I have so much stress marks. He has like bags under his eyes, like big circles. Like he just looks exhausted.
Right. Perido, as you're being lifted up on arms of gratefulness after your amazing victory, you're put down, and there is like the cleanup and investigation of the scene, and you being the one that kind of took the last bit out of it, you can see around the necks of these demonic hounds are looks like little trinkets that are tied to them. You recognize what looks like a shaft of like a white cane and bits of blue fabric and even some blonde hair tied around.
I feel like Perido also does know a little bit about like not like a lot, I would say, but a little bit about like intent with magic, at least like in general. Not exactly like how it works in this world, but just in general, that sometimes if you have like things of another person, you can use that to scry on them, or you can use it as like, I need you to hunt this person down, kind of thing. And I think she would be wondering if that was like what these trinkets are for.
Yeah.
If they're like to hunt somebody down.
Yeah, I think you get a general idea, like that this resonance. You can go ahead and give me a knowledge check if you'd like to hopefully try to figure out what was happening here.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. It's only a 7 with hope.
Okay. So yeah, then I think you just have this vague idea of personal items being able to complete contracts or for tracking or various things. Yeah. You're not getting specific. Then what would you like to do?
I will keep note of that. And then so like the security guard guys are like investigating.
Yeah, and you can see now they're kind of going and starting to collect the trinkets off the dogs and looking around. You see, and the warning has stopped, and instruction has been given out for students to return to go ahead and go to lunch.
I think even though we're like I'm with like the group heading towards lunch, I'm gonna kind of just like see if I can hang back just an extra minute, maybe 30 seconds, see if I hear anything eavesdropping.
Oh, among the group that's going.
Among the security.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me instinct.
A 16 with fear.
Okay. I feel hearing that hear them briefly discussing about the idea that a cane, someone with a cane, was seen running away from the scene, and that called what is on the dog's control trinkets. Oh. I only know of one person who, like the student anyway. Should we find her? She'll either be at lunch or her room. As this time, guards kind of come back and we searched the room kind of give the whole report and mention Kelly. A figure was leaping out. All right. Let's find this Kelly immediately. Right. What's this we get from eavesdrop?
Gasp! As Peridot quickly catches up to the group because she doesn't want to be suspicious. In the entire time, her mind is reeling. She's like, Kelly couldn't do this, but all the evidence says that she did. But why would Kelly set evil monsters onto campus? They have to be wrong, right? Me, I gotta talk to one of the others about this. And this is all stuff going on in her brain.
Nice. Well, the rest of you seem to meet at the Furvaud, right?
Yeah. And Kelly, when she gets there, she comes in and folds up her cane, as she's familiar with this area, and waits for her little wildcats. And she sits down as they come up to her, and she loves on them some.
Absolutely. Kelly, give me a reaction instinct, please.
Oh. Can I add hope to these?
What do you mean add hope? What are you trying to do?
Like, depending on what type of instinct roll it is this like regarding perception, senses, navigation?
Yeah, I guess it would be senses.
Because I have my new eyes feature, which basically means I understand my environments through hearing and touch.
So you're trying to just say you can use an experience, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use an experience for this.
Okay. All right. I roll a 20.
Okay. As you pet them, little fur balls come over to you. You realize there's one less today.
Huh. Oh. Where's Snowball?
I think Nayland kicks the door closed behind Kelly and Lies as they walk in. I don't know if Ace walked in with them, but
Ace did.
nice. So she waits for the three of them to walk in, kicks the door closed to make sure nobody can hear, and then says, What the fuck, Kelly?
Hold
Want to
on.
clue us into your game plan? And she will put into your hands the evidence that she found in your desk.
Puppy?
What game plan, Nayland? What do you mean, Kelly? What?
Where's Snowball?
Kelly,
Does
I
anybody
think
see Snowball?
we'll look for Snowball in a minute. I think Nayland just put. And Liz describes to you what she put in your hands.
What did you put in my hands?
It's papers.
Yeah, it's just
And-
parchment with various markings, like how one might summon demon puppies.
Okay, is it written in the way of a braille, or is it just like ink on a page?
So it's like the symbols one would need and such things.
I guess I'm asking, can she feel them, or
Yeah, so it is like in a braille. Like you can like feel the indentations here.
what's this?
You tell us. This shit was in your desk. This is the stuff that makes the puppies. The hellhounds.
What do you mean it was in my desk? This wasn't in my desk. I only keep a couple of things in my. Why were you in my desk?
I was looking for you, first of all. I don't know what game plan you have. I mean,
Game plan. Look at me, Nayland. Somebody has been cutting up my clothes. I must have looked like a complete weirdo today. And I don't know how long I've even looked like this. I guess people just don't like to tell me when I'm in class. It's like, oh, hey, somebody cut up your uniform. You look ridiculous.
so the hounds were like for defense?
What hound? No, what? Are you talking about what Peridot was fighting?
I assume so.
I was nowhere near there. I was in the cafeteria when the alarm went off, and I was in there with the lunch lady. She was the one. She could probably tell you I was there the whole time until Liz came and got me, and Liz took me outside and then took me here.
Yeah, to be honest, I was there the whole time. I didn't see Callie.
Where were you?
Doesn't really matter.
Well, I know you weren't in the cafeteria.
I was
Yeah,
at the
he's-
library.
Oh,
What? I saw you running away from the library. What? And then the bells went off, and that's when the dogs kind of attacked.
Okay, that was not me.
wait, what?
And to believe I am smart enough to do something like that is honestly laughable.
So, did you and Kelly do it together?
What are you together? What are you talking? I have nothing to
Look,
do with whatever we're
no.
talking about.
Kelly's obviously getting defensive and trying to
What?
point fingers at Ace, and I don't really understand why. I can
Wait,
see why you would
but
want
I
to hide it from the
didn't say
school.
anything.
Okay, everybody, shut up for a second and listen to me. I have been walking around all day. I felt good about myself this morning. Peridot helped me get my uniform ready. And at some point today, somebody did this to it. This is my Letterman jacket from my school. And I don't know who did it. I don't know why they did it, other than maybe they were trying to score points and make me look stupid. I was looking forward to seeing you all at lunch, and I was just arriving at the cafeteria. I heard the alarm and I couldn't go anywhere. So it was just me in there with the lunch lady. And I came out here thinking, but you said I was being framed, and now you're accusing me of doing stuff. And I still don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Nayland, before you started accusing Kelly, you did say that you thought she was being framed for whatever's going on. Why did you change your mind all of a sudden?
I mean, because look at it. The evidence is right there. This is definitely stuff from Professor Vale's office. I mean, Kelly practices Braille in these books with these parchment papers all the time.
Oh, is Braille witchcraft now?
And if anyone was summoning hellhounds, I'm pretty sure it'd be me, not her. No offense.
I'm not saying it made any sense. I'm just saying I'm
Well, if
following the evidence.
Well, no. If it doesn't make sense, you're not following the evidence. You've got to explain to me where the logical leap between having this in a desk, whatever it is, and you accusing me of bringing hellhounds to the school. Why would I even do that?
You didn't
Exactly.
mention-
I'm trying to ask you that.
All
Hold
I
on,
can,
you did mention you heard somebody that was running away from everything with a cane. Why? How would Kelly have been running away when she was in the cafeteria?
I don't even run, Nayland. Or have you not noticed?
This seems a little weird. Hold on,
What?
we need to get Peridot over here. Maybe she knows something, and I will try to contact Peridot. That's a 12 with hope. Exactly what I needed. Woo! Peridot, congratulations on your big win.
Ah,
You,
ah,
you see
relax.
the same weird vine wrap around your hand, but it's probably a little bigger because you're so small. It blooms. We're in the fur vault. Something's going on. Everyone's blaming Kelly and saying she's the one that brought those hellhounds. Can you just get over here?
Oh yeah. And Peridot usually spends her lunch chatting with I think her name was Miss Giselle, the Simeon lunch lady. But seeing as she's a little bit busy still right now, Peridot dips out of the cafeteria and like heads across campus, pointedly keeping an eye out though to see if like what who else is not like there, like on her way.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like it would be something she would know, like if she saw somebody she knew that wasn't like a teacher or like, well, not so much a teacher, but like the security staff because of the event that happened.
Yeah. You're looking around and kind of there's the kind of just kind of normal stuff now as far as going down towards the fur vault. Except you can see a student with the mark of Vodane. Pretty sure, in fact, almost positive is following you.
I am going to try to use like specifically use like my agility to try and lose them by being faster, not necessarily trying to hide, but like just trying to be faster than them, and maybe like duck around a building and double back kind of thing.
Okay. I go ahead and give me a finesse. Or agility, I think, actually.
$14 with hope.
Okay. So you move, and as you turn, you see the same student now, just looking like they're eating their lunch, still has eyes on you. Gotta try to incorporate them or to continue on your way.
I think I'm going to try to lose them again.
Okay. Let's do the agility again.
Ugh, a 12 with fear.
Okay. You can kind of running and trying to dodge all you can. And when you finally look back, you see them talking to a group of 4 others. And you realize they've kind of tracked and maybe gotten allies.
Do I recognize any of them?
I'd say they're nothing. They don't fully stand out, but you recognize them as various students.
Okay. And are they all Voldane or a mixture?
This would be a group of Voldanes.
Okay. Okie dokie. Well, I think at this point they have the numbers, and well, maybe it might be better that I had the numbers. So I'm just gonna go directly towards the floor vault and just guys.
I need to back up a second because I was trying to use a feature when I said everybody needed to shut up and listen, which is to clear to the 2 stress from the people in the room with me.
Okay, sure.
So if you have 2 stress and you were there for that, you can mark those off.
Thank you.
It was meant to kind of calm the situation a minute and speak logically.
While we wait, Preparado. She's on her way. Wise pulls out a quick couple cards to give herself a quick reading. And as she pulls out these cards, everybody just gets this weird whiff of coffee brewing, like a fresh pot. And she's spending 3 hope to get 1d4 favors from her patron, getting 2 more favors. And then the copy goes away. She just smiles. Huh.
That's not nice. Ace, you're good at finding things. Can you look around and see if Snowball's here?
There you go again. Tracked.
Huh? I'm worried about the cat.
Also, when have I been good at finding things? Isn't that Nalen's job?
Well, Nalen's just really mad right now, and I didn't want to ask until she's feeling better.
I'm not mad that you summoned the hounds. I'm just mad that you hid it from us.
I didn't summon it, and you just brought evidence and threw it in my hands. Now my fingerprints are all over whatever it is. I don't know why you are so adamant that it was me. I thought we were past this. I don't care about any of this stuff, Nalen. I came here because I'm trying to put together a gymnastics team. I thought it would be fun to run for the prom like old times. Why would I summon demons to kill people? Do you really think I would do that?
I didn't. That's why I'm mad about it. I thought we were past this too.
Nayland, watch what you say. I am being 100% honest with you. I want you to listen to me. I did not do this.
How does this work in Daggerheart? Is there like some kind of like repeat like save I could do or something? Or like is it just I'm convinced forever?
I would say I think you can decide, but you'll need to mark 3 hope.
Ah.
So I'd say if you narratively want to figure this out, but that would be the cost of trying to overcome it.
Yeah, I think Kelly's intensity kind of deflates her, and I will spend those 3 hope.
Can I try to help with that by using my Heart of a Poet, which is meant to try and persuade someone by spending a hope and rolling?
I think for this, I think we'd still need a 3 hope expenditure because of the
I guess what I'm saying is, can I take one of those hopes on by using?
Yeah, I think using that, if each one say that you spend 1, she spends 2. I'm cool with that.
Okay. And I am curious what I would have rolled anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Well, it would have been a 17 with hope.
Either way, Kelly, if you're getting framed, you should give those items to me.
Actually, I would really appreciate it if you would help me look for Snowball.
You shouldn't have those. But okay.
And I am going to use my once per session to allow Ace to find a mundane object or tool they need in this task. Looking for evidence.
Okay. So he's just trying to find mundane tool about where Snowball is.
It just allows them to find something that they need. And
Okay. So is that what you're trying to do?
I guess, yeah, I'll try to find some evidence of where they went, what happened, if they're still here.
Okay.
what happened to this little cat?
Looking around. Snowball seems to be gone. The most you can tell, that feature is near like its crate, like up top where the kitten said not to go. There's some claw marks as though it was resisting.
Someone took the cat.
Great. Poor Snowball.
Wait, do you guys hear yelling outside? Sounds like Peridot.
Guys,
no.
guys!
Peridot?
Throws over the door. Guys! Closes the door. Bars it with my body. Guys, I'm being followed. And I don't think they're nice.
Weren't you just being tossed in the air?
Yeah. And then I was coming to look for you guys, and I think I was being followed, and I tried to lose them like twice, and I don't think I did very well, and now they're coming after me.
Nayland takes out her knife.
Okay, I will go ahead and clear one of your stress, Peridot, as you seem to be stressed.
I'm actually not that stressed. I'm just injured.
Wyatt goes towards the window that's facing the door and opens the curtain to see if she sees who's following Peridot.
Um,
Ace grabs a chair.
you look out. You don't see anybody out there. OSP might be following, but what you do see are guards, some school guards approaching, and you can see somebody got what looks like pieces of blonde hair and what appears to be a like the stone cup that seems to have ash in it.
Shuts the curtain real quick. Peridot, don't move and don't open the door. I think, Nayland, your idea about somebody framing Kelly might be right, because there's guards outside with looked like they had blonde hair in their hands.
I
Here.
don't know what I think anymore.
How are we gonna get out of this?
I guess we need to talk to them.
I have
we
a
can't-
hideout pretty close to here.
We can't run.
Yes, we can.
No, I listen. I mean, I didn't do anything, so that's what the evidence will show.
No, not if they're framing you. I mean, look, we have Kelly. Look at the stuff in your hands right now. I mean, you can't see it, but you literally have the evidence.
See, that's exactly it, though. If I run, I'm just telling them I'm guilty, and then that's a whole other bag I have to deal with, and I'm not going to deal with that.
At the
Yeah,
very least, destroy the stuff in your hands.
Ace, how close is your hideout?
Very,
Like,
very close.
do you have a way to get there from in here, or do you have to get out of here to get there?
We'd probably have to get outside, but we could
Okay.
jump in the lake.
I have an idea to get you all out. Kelly, Lies takes your
Lies.
hands.
Lies.
Lies takes your hands. Trust me. I have a plan. I know you can't go and be locked up right now. You're smarter than me. And then Lies is going to cast Spectral Mist. I'm using a favor from the GM
Okay.
because I feel like this involves subversion, which is another sphere of your influence.
Yeah.
Yep, and so that's going to be less than 8. So, spellcasting, spectral mist plus 9. Okay, that's going to be a 20 with hope. I'm going to spend the hope and choose everybody else to become invisible. A spectral is like you all rise, and this coffee smell comes about again, and you turn into this nice foamy, misty coffee air. And dark and shadowy, and you all can leave the room through the door as Lies then spends a stress and becomes Kelly by taking on her disguise.
So Kelly becomes invisible along with everybody else who can now leave invisibly, and Lies is now Kelly.
Yep, because they have all the stuff, so they can take all the evidence. So at least there's none of that. So
Lies, just turn into someone else and frame them afterwards.
they have her blonde hair though, so at least we have to try to make a plea so that she's not guilty.
I know, but pretend like you were that person pretending to be Kelly instead of
That's
you.
already happened.
No, I know. I'm saying after you've been caught.
All right. So Kelly, you find yourself lifted this way, I imagine. So, do all of you stay in the room, or do you get out?
Ace is gonna leave.
I think it seemed like Kelly was resisting, but I think Nayland would take Kelly's cannon and pull her through, or try to.
Okay.
Before she leaves, Peridot is going to, in her wispy, smoky skate, kind of like curl around Lies and be like, "Don't do anything crazy, and be safe." And I'm giving you hope with one of my prayer die, and you can gain 4 hope.
Whoa.
I feel this etherealness wrap around me and feel full of hope.
And then I'm gonna fly away.
Okay. Where's Kelly?
I think Nalen's pulling her.
Okay. I didn't get the assent to this poll, so I want to make sure that we add that. Okay. So then y'all exit the room.
Snowball! Snowball! Come out! As I open the door. Snowball? You guys here to help me find Snowball?
Kind of look, and you see them approach. They look at each other, and this is very interesting. I imagine they go to take these splinters and try to match it to your cane. But your cane doesn't have anything missing from it.
Nope.
Oh my god.
I do feel like the rips. You tell me, do you feel like the rips are there, though?
The rips on the jacket would be there. I don't think the hair would be cut, though.
Okay, I agree. I'm trying to think what you might have picked up on
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
all
because
these things.
I
Yeah.
think the only thing I would have picked up on is when I would have saw Kelly show me the rips on her jacket.
I think that's fair. So some stuff near, some it doesn't. So kind of silently look, and you see one of them softly like whispers over the bowl of ash and holds it out, and as it comes near the little kitten cubs, it kind of glows a soft blue, and they nod. One asks, "Were you here this morning?"
Like where? Like here
Here,
or at the lunchroom?
here
class.
in the fur vault.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Huh. And these are your favorite ones, the ones that always come to you, yes?
Yes.
Each other. Then we must inform you that you are officially under suspicion for high treason against Five Banners High.
Because I lost my cat?
Lost. They nod. It's believed this snowball was sacrificed in a ritual to bring the demons. They point to the bowl of ashes they have. This is what is left.
You guys burnt my cat to bring demons? Why would you do that?
We did not. Give me a presence check.
Yeah, I will. I have an advantage on these.
I feel like you should have disadvantage based on what you just did. You reacted with sight.
No, did I? Because they told me about the ashes, didn't they?
They pointed at them. They didn't say them.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
These are things that I have to watch for. It's hard.
So then I guess I have advantage, but would the disadvantage then cancel out?
Yeah, it's just flat roll because
Okay.
disadvantage is a minus d6. So
Okay. So then, that is going to be a 15 with hope.
what with hope again?
15.
15. Kind of understand and so they hear you and go, so you maintain that you had nothing to do with this?
Yes, I mean, why would I do that?
In that case, I am to inform you that a hearing will be held in which you will need to show evidence, any that you may have. There is still enough for suspicion. And suspicion comes with its own punishments. But we do not have enough to bring you into custody yet.
Well, I will prove to you I am innocent, and I will not be leaving the school, so don't worry about me running away. Because again, I did not do this to my cat.
I mean, good. Be aware that your room has been searched, and any and all conversations and activities are hereby given to us to monitor as we see fit.
Understood. You left everything where it was, right? Because I had it specifically organized, and if I go back there and it's not, that's going to be take me a very long time to put it back.
Just you bring a friend.
She just nods.
And with that, I mean, looked and verified a few things, and verified the cat is not here. They will leave.
Where does Nayland take me?
Where does Ace lead us?
Oh, he just leads you to this little. He ends up leading you to this little cubby. It's very dark. And you've noticed the only things here is this like different types of dive packs, sets of clothes, towels, some snacks he has stolen from the kitchen.
Have we been here before, Ace?
That's for you to decide.
Okay.
You all probably know of its existence.
Okay, cool. Just checking. I'll say that she's semi-familiar with the environment then. And so the moment that she smells it and kind of feels the change in air pressure, she very quickly puts together where they're at as she probably materializes. Is everybody here?
I think so.
Everyone lies.
Where's Lice?
Back at the vault, handling the situation for us.
Okay. Really just feel like I need to hit something.
I mean, there's rocks. Here, I have this. He sends you just like a broken piece of a chair.
So he kind of beats it.
Are the wet clothes that Ace changed out of earlier still here?
Yeah.
Ace, what did you do this morning?
I just tried to take something and got caught. So I fled into the water.
When was this?
Sorry, what'd you say?
When was this?
Right as the attack started. In fact, it started at me, I think.
They must have been waiting for something.
Where were you when it started?
Falling out of a window
What window?
at the library.
Do you think we should check the library out?
Not until we hear back from Lice. I want to make sure she's okay before we go anywhere. I didn't ask her to clean up. I feel responsible even though I didn't do any of this.
I don't feel responsible. It's okay. Liza's smart.
I know. But I still think the best course of action was just to confront it head on. Because at this point, what happens if I show my face anywhere?
Well, I guess that is a fair point, but I don't think we'll wait for Lies and see how it goes on her end, because maybe I don't know.
And gymnastics tryouts are today. I'm supposed to be judging.
You'll make those. Just you'll have to be careful for now on. You'll probably be under like strict watch.
Honestly, this is maybe the best case scenario. Who knows what evidence they have or what evidence they think they have. Peridot said she saw that stuff. If they ask Lies, I mean, they might have truth magic or something. Lies can be honest and say that none of that stuff is hers. And she wasn't anywhere near it.
Well, it's not mine either. In fact, she takes those pieces of parchment. I might as well take this opportunity to try and figure out what these are.
That's exactly what you shouldn't do. The less you understand about the situation, the more deniability you have.
Wouldn't it at least lead us to the right person? If somebody's framing us, then they clearly want me out of the picture. Which means it could be someone from Valdair. Something my brother said to me earlier just has kind of stuck with me.
What'd he say?
Well, two things. And let me grab it here. My journal. He said if I were to, my being involved in this whole running might in some ways bring Polaris under Voldane. So maybe in that case, it could be someone from Polaris. And he also said that some people might be worried about Voldane's secrets being sent to me by way of my brother, but they don't know my brother that well. In any case, he's trying to keep his distance from me, and I'm pretty much on board with that because otherwise they're going to target him. And I can't imagine what he's thinking right now.
Remembering that I'm Naylan. Remembering that Peridot ran in saying that she was being followed, Naylan wants to peek her head outside and see if there are any students that look like they're watching Ace's hideout.
So you look out and you see a fungrel that has camouflaged itself against a wall. It turns, it looks at you and starts to dash away.
Her immediate thought is it Ellis?
It's not Ellis.
Oh. Do I think they were close enough to have heard us speak?
Yeah, so I think in this moment you think they've heard everything.
Fuck.
So
Shit.
tell me what you want to do.
Somebody was listening. I run after them.
And I just kind of tell the others, yeah, whatever you guys need to do, just be careful as I give everyone a rally, which is a D8 they can spend. You can either clear a number of stress equal to the result of your D8, or you can do a damage roll and include your D8, a reaction roll and include your D8, or just an action roll and include your D8. I think Lies would be too far away to get it, but everybody else would have it.
How far are they from us?
I would say they would be within close range right now.
Could I move within very close?
Yep. Just tell me what you want to do.
I like to move in very close and then try to put them to sleep. Just yell and go to sleep.
I like it.
19 with fear.
Okay. You see with that they fall down, and I would say just before they would get out to where they might be more readily seen by people. What do you want to do? You've assaulted a student. So you need to be quick because now they're just kind of out there sleeping. Someone might come along. It's probably
I mean, we have to get him inside.
What's going on? Oh my gosh!
Let's just run. Take him and run.
Kill him.
No, I didn't kill him.
So you grab them inside your
Yeah.
hideout, or okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody recognize them? Anybody but Kelly?
What house are they from?
So indeed, they are from Justine.
Do I? Would Ace recognize them?
I would say definitely. And you can describe this would be you can decide who they are. This would be somebody who would be very interested, like an up and comer who needs to prove themselves, and is definitely within your similar spy intelligence gathering circles.
Okay. They're gonna be a. Is it Satyr in this? Whatever the version of Satyr is.
I
in
did
this.
say they're a fungrel.
Oh, Fungrel. Okay, that's fine. And their name's Ernest.
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 Hey, Vern.
I've had to work with Ernest a few times, honestly.
What's going on out there?
It's fine. We're just gonna need to talk.
Bring him in.
We already brought him in.
Oh.
You hear the sounds of a body being dragged.
Oh. Are they alive?
Yes, he's alive. I stopped. I don't kill people anymore.
This is just like Justine. I bet your house is behind the whole framing Kelly thing.
Actually, now that our eavesdropper is unconscious and not able to eavesdrop, Ace, unfortunately, I was also eavesdropping earlier during class when Chloe asked you to take somebody out.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to take them out?
No, I said it was gonna be non-lethal, but
I
yeah.
know. How are you going to do that non-lethally? Like, get them
I
in
don't
trouble
know.
and stuff.
I haven't figured it out yet. I was leaning towards breaking legs, but I guess getting in trouble works too.
Do we really think you're the only one she asked?
No, definitely not.
So are we going to talk to them?
We should search them first.
I can help.
Just rifle through his pockets and look for loose change.
I'm looking for spare evidence of that was me and Kelly.
I want to see what I can find using my fingers. There's no way I can word that. Okay.
Oh wait, we only rifle through the pockets and look for loose change when they're all dead, not mostly dead.
All right. So putting yourselves through, or kind of searching this individual, you, and this doesn't come surprise to any surprise to you, Ace. They have precious little on them. They don't even have like their house badge that would help them get into their dorm. That probably, like you would do, stash somewhere else. Best can, they do carry a dagger, which is very common. The hilt looks like it's kind of grown of hardened fungus. The sharp blade, and then a notebook that seems to detail things like all of you entering the fur vault. It has details on Kelly's movements of the morning, as well as Peridot's. and specific some sections on a little note just on that Peridot's influence is increasing. Basic surveillance notes written in like a shorthand.
Does the paper in the notebook match the parchment?
It doesn't.
There's nothing. Is there anything in here that that directly incriminates Kelly, or more of the opposite?
They don't seem to have anything that would be incriminating towards Kelly. They I would say, in fact, they do have her movements. The only thing they don't have about her movements is kind of trails off. It doesn't have anything about her getting to lunch. So these particular notes would kind of establish that she went to the fur vault, which actually kind of works against her. But they already had that. Then came and then yeah, that's all they would have.
He's gonna take the book then. Well, I'll talk to him when he wakes up. We'll be able to reason this out.
Maybe I can help.
Don't you have your tryouts?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, please help. I don't want to talk to him. It's going for my job.
I mean, we could just wake him up.
I honestly don't know if I can. I mean, I'm sure I could, but never actually tried.
Don't they wake up if they take damage?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can willingly wake them up. Depends what you want to do. If you want to wake them up and talk, or you just want to put them somewhere else and have them wake up there.
Guys, I just I feel so useless. Like being yanked from one end of the school to the other and not really knowing what's going on, but I am good at, talking.
I know. I just think it'd be best to talk to him as someone within his own banner.
Yeah, sure.
And if the less he sees of me with more people, the less information he has.
No problem. I'll go and wait for Lies, maybe outside the door.
We don't have to wake him up now. We can just do that later.
Can anybody contact Lies?
I kind of thought that was her thing.
Maybe we should go back. Maybe they took her. We should go back.
This is the safest place for us, and it's the last place Lies knew we were going. We should wait here for her.
What if they took her? What if they're hurting her?
I don't think they just go to straight up hurt. There's due process. Right? I'm sure they went over something like that at orientation.
Yeah. Lies, what are you up to?
Knock, knock, knock.
Kelly
There
goes
she
up
is.
to the door.
You see yourself.
I don't
Or
see
I guess
anybody.
you don't see. Everybody sees Kelly. You don't see Kelly.
So I just give like the signal knock back and wait for the confirmation.
confirmation.
Because I don't realize there's a window. Yeah, so then I open it up.
Thank God.
Oh, there is no window, so that would just be a door.
You're alive.
Yeah,
happened?
they use Snowball.
What?
They use
What?
Snowball for the ritual. I'm sorry, Kelly.
Well, where is Snowball now?
Here, did they take him with them as evidence? Huh?
The ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have.
They kind of took him. They still think that it was you that did it, but I gave a little more doubt. They weren't able to exactly prove it because they had pieces of your cane in your hair, and then they knew that we were at the Furbolt yesterday or today, this morning, and that's when they assumed you got Snowball and did it.
Did what to Snowball? I don't understand what you're saying.
Sacrifice Snowball to bring in Hellhounds.
They sacrificed Snowball?
Yeah.
Ace, take me to that fun girl. I'm going to beat the crap out of him.
He didn't do it.
We don't know who did it, Kelly.
Well, whoever did it's going to pay for that. You don't just kill a cub. And all for me? Why? It's so stupid.
If the phone girl's been following you, maybe they know something. I think Kelly's right. We wake him up now.
Yeah,
I might be able to help getting some information out of him.
yeah. Maybe he saw whoever took that stuff from me.
Fair
Fine.
enough.
But first,
Tie him up.
Niall's gonna. Ace is gonna tie a band over his eyes so he can't see.
Peridot actually was going to reach into her bag and be like, good thing I always bring some extra rope around.
Yeah.
And Ace, position me in front of them so that if they do get a peek, they know that I'm angry and I am ready to murder them if they have extra questions.
The whole goal is to not make them not let them know that you are here, because if it's just me, they might answer me more.
Fine.
I do have kind of a way with making people intimidated, though, Ace, and willing to talk.
Why don't we
Okay.
try Ace's method first? And if we don't get anything, then we send in reinforcements.
Yeah, good cop, bad cop.
And even if we get what we want, stalking is still really gross. So I think, Kelly, you're allowed to punch them.
Well,
in the
killing animals is super gross, like cubs. Like, wait,
Yeah.
what do you mean stalking? What did you find in my room? What else?
Well, nothing really. There were weird, like, scuff marks in the rug, like little sneaker prints. I just assumed you were kind of doing weird shit since you were doing crazy magic. But
Does anybody want a roommate?
I mean, we're not from the same house, but yeah.
I mean, I just don't want to sleep in a room with people walking around. Okay, this is so weird. But Ace, whatever you feel like you need to do, just do it. And I am... But if they had anything to do with Snowball, then they're going to lose something.
All right, we'll figure it out. Ace is gonna wake him up. He's gonna have his back towards the group in case he does get the blindfold off somehow.
Kelly will just sit down.
Okay, so you're waking them up. They go,
Yeah.
"Ugh, ugh, ah, come on. Seriously?
I didn't recognize you and you caught me off guard. What do you expect?
Fair enough. But come on.
You've done the same thing to me.
I know. So what do you need to know?
Want to know why? Whose order?
Why I was hired. I'm not going to tell you who hired me. You know better than that.
Fine. For what?
To keep an eye on Peridot and Kelly. Report anything of interest back.
All right. And anything of interest?
You've already read through my notes, right?
Fair enough. You didn't kill the cat, did you?
Heavens no.
Do you
Okay,
know
yeah.
who killed the cat?
No.
Insight check.
If only there was an insight.
Well, there is a perception, and she's listening very keenly for any changes in vocal rhythms, patterns, because
Yeah,
she's gotten the norm, and now she wants to see if she's detecting anything, especially basically about the cat, because she's really angry about the cat.
Yeah, I gotcha. I think. Yeah, I think because, and we can talk about this. I feel like because me personally, I've always hated insight lie detection.
Yeah.
So I feel
So
like
I guess I'm not asking if they're lying, but do I detect a vocal change at all? Something that tells me that there's something weird about the way they answered that question compared to how they've been talking. Because Kelly understands people based on their
right. I get it. You're particularly paying attention to that type of thing. So I think for Kelly, I really understand this a little more. So I think that
It's up to you.
yeah, no, I'm trying to think of I think there's a little bit of fear in his voice as he answers the question.
Okay. So compared to the rest of it, he seems more fearful of that part.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. I'm gonna let you go, obviously, because but you're not gonna drop what happened here. Yeah, like you can still obviously do what you need to do, but this conversation and confrontation did not happen.
Kelly wants to try to wave at the direction of Ace,
I see you.
and she kind of mimics her hand like she's petting a cat, and then like very accusatorily points as if she wants more information.
It's a sigh. Do you know anything about the cat? Give me something. Come on. I'll let you
Give
go.
me a
There'll be
present.
I will. Well, actually, I can't because that would require me speaking. Never mind.
20. Hope.
Nice.
Breathe. As I was following you, I saw some folks go in to the fur vault. what happened, I don't want to say anything else or be involved in it.
Can you at least tell me what house? Or what banner?
I don't know.
It's just like looks at Kelly to see if look for approval.
She doesn't know you're looking at her, so you'll have to make like an audio,
Oh,
like
yeah.
maybe a cough. Or
He'll
something.
realize that and throw a little pebble at you.
She'll nod as if she accepts that answer.
Naylin, I think, starts listing, like with her fingers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, prompting Ace to ask at least how many people did they see go into the fur vault.
How many people?
5.
Men or women? Did you notice anything about them? You have some details. You're a perceptive guy.
Listen, Ace, I'm not saying I don't, but I don't want to talk about it. Not with what they did. I don't know who they are. I don't want to start thinking about who they are. Yeah, you've got the number. You've got when they went in. Come on.
All right, yeah, no, even more than fair. I appreciate it.
All right. Now remember, if I ever get you,
Yeah, well, you'll try.
free to go then.
Yeah, but you're not. I'm not just like letting you go. I'm leading you a bit away. You don't. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you've seen. We're still practicality.
You and your secret base.
Fuck off. Ace leads him out, unties him, and just says, "Just walk a bit, and then take the blindfold off yourself."
Yeah. With that, I'm going to end for tonight.